If you found your way here, there's a good chance that you are in a pause. Not collapse, not failure, just that strange, quiet space in between where things feel a little suspended. And I want to start this by saying clearly nothing is wrong. Hi, my name is Pammy. I am your friendly cosmic intuitive surfer. And I like to blend science and spirituality concepts into practical ideas that we can implement and use in everyday living. So, if you're following and you're connecting with me so far, stay tuned because I have more. This podcast is for those of us who are navigating our journeys and the in between. For, the moments that don't come with a set of instructions and the seasons where momentum doesn't really look like motion. For many of us, this past year has taken us through far more than we ever could imagine, let alone bargain for. I'm talking mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It stripped things down, exposed patterns that I didn't even know I had, and ended chapters that we thought we still needed. And for a lot of people, that intensity was not the problem. It was actually the catalyst. It's so important to reframe this experience too. This pause is not absence, it's integration. This is, after a year of pressure, change, and constant adaptation, this is where the system finally needs time and space to reorganize itself, to stabilize. And that recognition doesn't show up with a grandiose gesture. It shows up quietly, internally. When identity shifts and familiar reference points fall away, who you were no longer fits, but who you're becoming isn't fully online yet. And that's when people will say things like, I don't feel like myself. I'm just not motivated anymore. I don't know. I just don't have the same drive. This has been me for the past few weeks, by the way. Time can feel a little disoriented. The days blur together. It almost feels like, Groundhog's Day, like you're repeating over and over. And then your emotional range can feel like the entire wheel of emotion all at once. I am talking calm 1 minute, anxious the next, total crash out then, and then all of a sudden, strangely calm and neutral. Like nothing that you once cared about matters anymore. It's quite disorienting. And this is where it gets a little funky wonky in the pause. Yet, it is so important to understand that this is not a personal flaw. This is physiology. Your nervous system has been working overtime, letting go of old survival strategies and updating safety means now. We have went the entire time trying to make a better version of ourselves, build better lives from a dysregulated nervous system. Now the system is learning regulation, integration, and stabilization. That takes a lot of energy. So this is why motivation can dip. This is also why the drive can quiet down. Like your momentum just kind of slows and you're just like, whoa. And you think something's going on, but actually everything is going right. You see, this is the part where uncertainty enters the room. And the brain loves certainty. I know a lot of us have had increased pattern recognition. That's why we were able to see the patterns that were no longer in alignment with this new identity, this new version of ourselves that we're stepping into. And the brain craves predictability. So when the identity shifts and uncertainty moves in, the future feels very undefined. And this is the part where the ego gets loud. Insert crash out music. It literally crashes out. It urges urgency, bro. It questions everything. Like, it literally almost talked me into, like, my business. I'm telling you. It wants action, any action, just to restore familiarity. And remember the part where I told you to my business? That was the pattern of self sabotage coming forward to my awareness so that I can just, note it. It's also very important to note at this part too that this is the part where we thank the ego for protecting us all this time. This is the part where we give the old version so much love and compassion and understanding rather than that toxic, like, God, why did I do, you know what I'm saying? Like that toxic thinking where we kind of spiral into shame. No, we're not doing that. No. Thank the ego. Love it. I gave my ego a big hug. But see, this is why regulation matters more than motivation in these phases. Not forcing clarity, not forcing momentum, not thinking or figuring your way out of it, but simply breathe into your body. Get out of your mind, shift into your body. Cohere. Oh my gosh, it's the mind heart coherence. Anyway, grounding the body, slowing the breath, and letting your system feel safe enough to complete this transition is the key, because the peace isn't a reward at the end of growth. It's the foundation for what comes next. So instead of asking, what should I do next? Try noticing something gentler. Where are you less reactive than you used to be? Where are you no longer forcing what once felt urgent? Or what feels quieter but more truer? Sit with that for a minute. So, if you're in a pause right now, this isn't a detour. It's your system choosing peace. Welcome home. This space is all about regulation, about safety, about letting your body catch up to the life you've already outgrown. You're not behind, you're integrating. You're bringing the awareness from mind into body, the mind, heart, coherence, mind, body, soul. And through that, you are synthesizing and applying the knowledge to everyday living. And I'm so glad you're here. Let's ride the next wave together. Take the next wave right. I don't know. I love you guys. Till next time. Ciao.